What did you make of Boogie's night?
Listen, the ultimate insurance policy, maybe the best insurance policy we've seen in recent NBA history, came through. They were without one of their true superstars, and Boogie was outstanding. It was his best game as a Warrior. He dominated that second unit because Iggy was in the starting lineup. They reshuffled the rotation a bit. Where the Warriors were particularly excellent to start the second and the fourth, that's where Boogie was particularly excellent. If you look at the plus-minus from the game, every starter for the Warriors was a negative except for Boogie. So that is a big departure from what had been the trend. The trend had been the exact opposite of that. When Steph's on the court, it's a positive. Clay, Draymond, but Boogie had been the negative. Now, I don't know that the Rockets are overly concerned with what happened last night. I think the Rockets know they had one of their worst shooting nights of the year. Their defense still actually did quite well, as they consistently do against the Golden State Warriors. And I don't know if the Rockets actually are upset that Boogie now feels even better about his playing time, better about his importance to the team, because I don't think Houston thinks this is a sustainable formula for the Warriors, particularly when Durant comes back. But credit to them. This was a game that if the Warriors lost, it's like you just said, hold on. They lost all four to the Rockets. They're only 2.5 back are the Rockets. Could the Rockets get the 1 seed again? That's now put to bed. So it's an important win. The Warriors avoid the season sweep. But I'm not going to overreact to it, but I will give Boogie credit because he has been the subject of a lot of criticism, and he had his best game since he was a New Orleans Pelican.
Yeah, this definitely was his best game. It was a good game for him because without KD in the lineup, and Boogie's played enough that he's able to get his wind, so they didn't have to have a restriction as far as his minutes. It was a great opportunity for him, a team that they were 0-3 going against them in the 3 previous meetings. We know that Houston has the only winning record against Golden State the last 2 years. Going into the game, they were 8-5, so they needed to see this from Boogie. I can understand what you're saying from Houston's standpoint, because going into the game without Kevin Durant, and one of the things you talked about yesterday, you know, they got house money. Like, you can go into the playoffs because they do have a lot of confidence in playing against Golden State. But yesterday, with KD being out of the lineup, the Rockets have won 9 in a row. From the beginning, they didn't have the same type of intensity. And I think that, you know, they were just looking ahead a little bit. The organization was celebrating. Yesterday, they awarded your friend Daryl Morey with a 5-year contract extension. He said he wants to be with the Rockets for life. So they got a lot of positive things going. The longest streak in the NBA yesterday. So against a world champion who was really focused, which I thought they were. They still have 4 All-Stars. Boogie's Cousins, his performance was the difference. And as you mentioned, it was the best game that he's played since he tore his Achilles with the Pelicans. It was good to see.
And go ahead, Jenna.
Well, Steph Curry called this a statement game before the game. So we really need to win this, especially without KD. Was it a statement win for the Warriors?
Listen, I think when you win a game against a team, the only team that's giving you trouble on their home court, when they're the hottest team in basketball, when you're without one of your best players, there's no way to discount that. That was a great win for the Warriors.
Right.
Yesterday, I think we got a little circular about is it statement? Is it? I don't want to parse the language. It was a great win for the Warriors and an important win for the Warriors. But I agree with C's point that the Rockets didn't seem to have the requisite intensity they have approached.
They were more
every
intense
game
when they went to Oracle without Harden. And they beat them without Harden. So this is the last meeting. I'm not saying that they didn't care about the game, but watching the game from the beginning, they didn't have that edge or intensity that we've seen. They ran off 9 straight wins. They were playing some great basketball, and they didn't shoot the basketball the way that we're used to them seeing. They still almost came back and won the game.
Right. They were down 13 with 4.5 minutes left, and then all of a sudden it's a 1-point game after a Chris Paul and 1 with 10 seconds left. Steph hits a couple free throws. Harden intentionally misses free throw. Warriors win by 2 if people didn't see the very end of it. The other aspect is this. Whatever the Rockets have learned through their analytics department and through their 3 matchups with the Warriors this year, with Boogie, and then the series last year, about how to attack Golden State.
They actually have something concrete that they have a tremendous amount of confidence in.
And whatever they have not unveiled, 0% chance they were going to show their counterpunch in this game. They want to be able to present, and by the way, I'm sure it's the case for Golden State as well, that there is an element.
I don't know that. I don't know that because they're trying to get up to speed. And KD being down, the Warriors have shown to play well without KD.
Fair enough. The Warriors, maybe even if they would have wanted to or not wanted to because it wasn't their full roster,
right.
maybe
The Warriors will have that. I'll give that to them. Once you get into a series, they will have a counterpunch. But you make a lot of sense.
The point on the Rockets is they know to get to the NBA Finals, which they have not done since they had Hakeem Olajuwon and since well before Daryl Morey was there. That was back when Daryl Morey was at MIT, I think. They are going to have to go through Golden State. They also know they are going to have to present Golden State with something, whether it's blitzing a pick and roll differently, whether it's something on the offensive end that Golden State's going to say, oh, we have to adjust. There is no chance they're going to use that in the regular season in their final matchup rather than unveil it during the postseason. So I think the Rockets wanted to win, and if they don't go 11 of 41 from three, maybe they do. But I think there were bigger things at play here. But that's not to take away Steph, Clay, and Boogie were outstanding and got them that win.
Jenny, you asked me earlier, do I still have concerns about the Warriors? And I do. Andre Iguodala, he's not the same athlete that he used to be. Combined between him and Draymond Green, they were 2 for 9. They were afraid to shoot the basketball, so that's still going to be a problem going forward, even though when they get KD. So big win for them, but still problems as far as how good they're going to be defensively and the lack of shooting, especially when you force Iggy to shoot and Draymond to shoot.
And then the question you always bring up, does this team still have the switch? Because it looked like the switch was on for Denver, off for Phoenix, and then back on again last night. We'll have to wait and see.
Last night, the defensive switch, I will give them credit. With Boogie playing a lot of minutes, the Warriors weren't great offensively last night, but defensively, they were flying around. They were great on the glass. They were approaching the game with the requisite punch and toughness needed. The Rockets, into the second quarter, had it. Into the fourth quarter, had it. The rest of the game, not so much.
And then we got to see if this is sustainable play by Boogie Cousins. Is it overstated how much drama's on this Golden State team
listen,
this year?
and I think Draymond said it after the game when he was told what Boogie's comments were. The whole NBA is a soap opera. Like this is
as popular as ever.
Absolutely. And so now the Warriors have more eyes on them, and they have had more drama. They have had the Draymond Kevin Durant thing happened. Kevin Durant's general discontent with the media and how they're covered happened. And Boogie Cousins, we caught him on a good night now, where he can be introspective and say, yeah, it's just the drama of the league. Reminds me of my grandma's stories. He's coming off his best game of the year, and they beat a team that had beat him 3 straight. So now, I don't think the drama's over. I don't think the drama is even close to over in Golden State. Now, will the drama be enough to prevent them from winning a title? Probably not. But aside from injury, drama's the only reason they wouldn't win a title. The only reason they wouldn't win a title is if they fray at the seams and come apart, barring, obviously, injury. And so it's been a real thing for them. Drama's probably part of the reason that Kevin Durant won't be on the team next year. Not because he wants to get away from the drama. I said that the wrong way. One of the causes of drama is that Kevin Durant probably isn't going to be on the team next year. And
without the team knowing, was obviously Draymond and the team, the members, they think that he's going to not be there. The fans, where are they right now? Is he going to be here to move into a new arena? So Boogie Cousins, though, I like his comments after the game. You're right, Nick. They caught him on a good day. Yeah. Man, he went deep, talked about his grandmother, watching As the World Turns. But you know, Boogie, we knew there was going to be a certain amount of drama with championship teams, especially when you're trying to three-peat. But you're the one started it. In free agency, what was his messaging point? Oh, this was my what move?
Chess move.
This was my chess move. He started it. He joined the greatest basketball team that we had seen. He joined them. He took less money. So that started the drama. Kevin Durant, I'm not going to make my decision. I'm not going to let people know. Because he could have easily just said, you know something, I'm going to be here for a long time. Don't worry about it. So the spat he had with Draymond, that was real. They let us inside and gave us the family business as far as what's going on there, that they're not happy. So, yes, with championship teams, I was very, very fortunate that I traveled with Michael Jordan. When they were trying to three-peat, when they were trying to do all the stuff they were trying to do, twice. The first three-peat and the second one. And there was always story. Man, one time Dennis Rodman just disappeared. I'm getting ready to go to Vegas. Man, they had all kinds of stuff. So we didn't have the attention then that we have now, but there was significant drama anytime that we've gotten situations like this. That's why it's so hard to three-peat.
But if there's a team that can overcome that or stay focused enough to overcome that, wouldn't you say it would be the Golden State Warriors?
Oh, I wouldn't say the focus is their strength. I think it's the waves of talent they can throw at you. I think that they are a team that is actually personality-wise susceptible to the drama. I think, listen, they have two, I think, stabilizing forces in Steph and Clay. And to continue the soap opera analogy, Clay all of a sudden was a new character in the drama just last week. Like, our fans stink this week.
He came out and
he came out and he was like, nah, that ain't
my
me.
bad.
I didn't have my medication right.
Tan.
But they've got three very, I would say, volatile figures. We know Boogie's volatile. Has been his entire career.
It's the reason we spent all day yesterday talking about who's going to walk up to Boogie and tell him he can't start in the playoffs. I mean, that's drama.
Absolutely. We know that Draymond Green is a volatile figure, and Kevin Durant has become, I don't know if volatile is the right word, but unpredictable. Like Kevin Durant, so you don't know what attitude you're going to get from any of those three guys on any given day. Now, I think Iggy's even-keeled. We know Clay is. And Steph is almost he's the poobah of the team almost, like the total calming force. And I think they're going to be fine. They have so much talent. They just beat the Rockets in Houston last night without Kevin Durant. But the drama is a real thing. It's not created drama. It's not we're out of things to talk about, so we're making up, we're trying to parse words here. It's a real thing, and it's a thing Steve Kerr, his coaching is done not during, his biggest coaching is done not during the game. Right. It's on juggling all of that and keeping guys on the same page.
I think it's a great point, too, as far as the NBA. What we have going on in the NBA now, it is as the world turns. It is a tremendous drama. It is a tremendous soap opera that's playing out on a daily basis. And they just happen to be the best team, one of the best collection of talent that we've ever seen. So why shouldn't there be drama around the team that's trying to do record-breaking things?
And anytime there's a great team, there's only one instance I can think of where a great team for an extended stretch was drama-free, and that was the Spurs with Popovich and Duncan. Spurs, well, Robinson in the beginning, but then Popovich and Duncan. And that's because I think part of it was the influx of international players that the media wasn't that interested in talking to early on. Duncan's attitude, but the bad boy Pistons, there was drama. Isaiah and Michael Jordan's beef. Like there's the Bulls teams, like there was always been drama with great teams that are trying to do great things.
It is as the world turns. It's also the bold and the beautiful.
I was going to say, we got to do Young and the Restless.
It might be a little Young and the Restless. It could also be Days of Our Lives.
Of course.
They all
I can't believe
describe the NBA.
Young and the Restless.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.